Damn. Ooh, play-in time. Different.
It's week 13 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Seahawks and the Monarchs, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th-man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the London Monarchs and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines.
They got Cam Johnson bringing the ball up.
With our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks.
This is run all the way on me.
So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try to get another big score and a big one early.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Kai Soto.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Happens.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
AD tripping.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. return for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the side. A crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now a shot taken on 3rd down. It's going to wind up incomplete. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
Court press.
The pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll go option to the short side. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Get over to Jamil's channel. He's playing a game right now.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Appreciate it.
I think when they look at the
you going to so you know you can play your game.
They want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, I'm gonna start running that.
Now it's Herbert. And it's a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. There he goes, left side. 20. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Good luck, good luck.
Now the try here for the extra point.
See, y'all need to be adding him to the league. He could be in the AFC with you, vote. Ooh, send my man an invite. He got more touchdowns than some of these niggas and some of these QBs in the league.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground, and
classy.
it into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Seattle's
Somebody called a commish.
On the field ready for their second drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We're all set.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly. And
He tried to get a foul. He tried to get a foul goal. He funny as hell.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. Following the punt return here, there's some shaking up. Well, they come out and
he thought he was cold again.
Step aside for just a moment.
$47-60.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next
Got it, man. Big D.
And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
Big D, man. Big D.
You have some plays that you got called, and you want to see how the defense reacts. They may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good start. They take a shot to the field there, but it lands in front of incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Open man.
He said like Brady.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us
to travel on him in the plan.
He wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
We got somebody that might join the ASZ. Where you at, Commish? Oh my God.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second down, this is Jackson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They get 6. That'll leave it with 3rd and 4.
Sweet.
These two teams all tied after one.
Real true.
Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it. Puts it on the carpet.
He fumbled.
And the Seahawks have recovered.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
They snapped the ball backed up inside their own 10. Now they're backed up even further, and they can thank their coverage for that. They called the zone, and they were aggressive enough to deny an early window, and that gave their rushers a chance to get to the pocket.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they take this out here to 30.
GG, man, the Magic is tough.
3rd down conversion, good for 23.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip off the backfield and work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Herbert now. He's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on
red zone offense. I mean,
you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy
Might have to leave and come back in
extra yardage.
for a dog
Like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run again with Jackson, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
I'll be putting that in my chat. Gonna get me banned from YouTube. Yo, GG's. Did you, I think it already simmed, so just go leave and come back and then see what happens.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And Donald out.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. He'll look to throw.
Touchdown. Good tackle. Oh, all right. So now click simulate play-in, and it'll just simulate the first week. I mean, the first game. Like, you know how I did last time. Every time we do it, it does that. You gotta do it twice every time.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day. When the
if something happens and you get kicked, if something happens and you can't play a game for some reason.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert, they'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Here's Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Herbert steps away to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll drop this down to Jackson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready.
Now back to throw. Caught on a slant. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Okay, ready?
They'll throw now on the final play. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where you see the final score there. Tua Tagovailoa, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Next, we take a trip down the coast to Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Trevor Lawrence, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at Yr3 Stadium. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who have the lead in that one at halftime. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Guy.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the drag and being able to roll away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that.
Better against man than zone.
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out. He ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll look to throw here. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because we see that type of a run. I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They go play action here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Owens. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Monarchs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and Remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, complete. That's Curtis. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Herbert on first down now. Short throw to Disley. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Well, we sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. This one from 46 yards out. Blankenship's kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. They run on first down with Jackson, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
This offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
58 yards on the ground for him so far.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Nice pickup. 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Now it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Second and 2. 1st down marker at the 5-yard line.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Monarchs are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early. And sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
On the give, here comes Jackson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run again with Jackson. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. 19 He'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
19.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready?
Now a give, it's Jackson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Right back to him on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Ready, go.
They'll run with Jackson. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away. We like to say.
Throwing, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Oh, and that a very short gain. They do get a first, but short pickups, not what they're looking for. Herbert, and that one going to come up short. Low throw. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Herbert. They still can't get him. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging.
Good.
But I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the glory one more. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better.
I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. He for the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking nothing from my boy heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's spouting. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started. Y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop. You ain't here? I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blue, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, no, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet from South Carolina to Maryland. I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They try to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic, I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Check me out, now it's just that Fridays, we're serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah.